Alright, so what do I need to do? Got a few little things I got to take care of. First, I got to put this radio back together. I forgot all about that. Yes, I did. So that's got to go back together. I'll put you there for a minute. That's the new one, by the way. The replacement that they sent me. Put this over here. And now, the time of your life. Okay. Now, how does this antenna connect? That's what I want to know. There's no set wire or anything. Ah, it connects to here. I think we're going to change that. I'm going to add a wire to it. That's what I'm going to do. I can do that right here. You know, it's a shame that the other one didn't work, the cheaper solder iron. It was, I don't know, I forgot what it was. What was it, 90 bucks or something like that? But it had the hot air, which was a desolder as well as good for heat shrink. And it had the solder station, with the solder tip, variable, as well as, well, I don't remember. No, this one didn't have the power supply. Some have a small, like 1.5 amp power supply that'll go from 3 to 15 volts or something. Because it's basically there if you wanted to trace a signal and you wanted to put a little bit of voltage into the radio so you have something to trace, stuff like that. It was a nice little unit. However, I had it cranked up all the way and I had to hold everything onto it in order for it to work. You know, and that's just not going to work, because even though it's not hot enough to melt the solder quickly, it's getting hot, and over time it'll get into it a little bit, but you're heating up the component and the board at the same time. You know, and there's certain things you just don't want to heat up because you'll blow them. Well, that works good on scratching my finger. I need a little piece of skinny wire. A little piece of skinny wire. Do-da-dee-da-day. I know I have some little pieces. Right here in front. And it's just the size I need. And we'll be all set. And it's green, which is good. So what I'm going to do is give ourselves a better joint, a better connection, let's put it that way. If you look at this right here, get it back in there. If you look at this, there's a piece of solder here, like a tab. And if you look at the bottom of this thing, we have that piece. So when you put it on there, that pushes against there. You can see the two marks. So those are the only two marks that are really connecting this thing, which is okay. But if the case gives a little bit, I don't know if it would or not. Yeah, that does give. It's a strong possibility that it'll connect, not connect, because you can see it was moving. So to have a piece of solder on there as well is not going to hurt. You know, with a wire. So what I'm going to do, what am I going to do, you say? Well, whew, can't use that. That's alcohol. I'm going to use that as a solder flux? I don't think so.
response. Priority 2, medical. Priority 2,
A little bit
428
of
Street,
flux.
Cafe Fury, for the fall.
You know, if the solder gun or solder iron was to get hot enough, I can probably just get it done. But I don't know if that's gonna get hot enough, so this.
Priority 2, 428 Main Street, Cafe Fury.
No reason
Moving to the
why.
fall in the kitchen.
Cafe Fury, that's G's Cafe. G's Cafe. Okay. So other than that, I got the wrong solder. Yeah, sure. Grab the heavy solder. So I have a dilemma here. I got to get another pair of work shoes for out here, because the ones I have on now, like I say, I spent good money for them, and they are the most uncomfortable shoe or sneaker that I've ever worn. I usually wear a 6-inch or a 5-inch, like a uniform boot with a zipper and a tie. This here way I tie it, and if I want I can just zip it, and I don't have to keep tying it. But I like the look of the tie. I want to tighten it up a little more, but yet the zipper's there. And half the time I don't even zip it. I just throw my foot in it, and you hear me clunking around. Well, all those boots finally wore out. Now I got a pair of 8-inch in there with the zipper. I bought them brand new about 4 years ago, and I think I used them twice. So my dilemma is, do I just start using those out here? I don't see myself going back to work in any way, shape, or form to where I'm going to need them. Or do I buy another pair of the 5-inch with zippers? So I'll probably just use what's there, because like I say, you know, they're there, haven't used them, they'll go bad, and I have had boots go bad on me. When what do we say? When I had to go to the Burlington County State Police Academy back in '92, I had a pair of boots. They said, let me take these. And they were just what I want, you know, nice and comfortable. And I had them. They were there. They were maybe worn twice. And in the middle of training, you know, because you're up, down, running, standing, doing all kinds of bullshit. And in the interim of doing all that, the soles split because they just dried up. Keep that plugged in until we're done, just to make sure that everything is copacetic. And it's still going to make contact like it did. Now the handle's gotta go in here. Hoist. Come on. There you go. Well, there you are. Okay. I said, where the hell did you go, Governor? Governor, where'd you go? Where did you go? Perfect. And the handle, oh, the handle's backwards. Okay. Hello. The handle's supposed to go this way. Let's try this again. There. So now, when you put the handle down, it tucks into its little hole, its little compartment. It's compartment, compartment, compartment. This is where I wish I had that little screwdriver, the little electric one. And it's a nice little driver. I used to have one when I had the store. I used to have a lot when I had the store. I had a Marconi Spectrum. Now, they stopped making those. I'm going to say 30 years ago. There's probably something out there equivalent, but CD isn't all that big anymore. A CD shop, you know, smaller type shop, would probably kill for one of them because they're nice, nice test equipment. Okay, let's get back on here. Battery cover. And now we finally got that cleared up. Okay, yeah, the handle to handle. Okay, now I want to just sand this down a little bit. What do I do with the sandpaper? I want to use something coarse. Coarse? Yeah, I just want to get. Some of those little chunks out of the way so I can make sure that I get it tightened up. There. Okay, now I can unplug the solder iron, or the solder pencil, or solder iron, whatever you want to call it. I just unplugged it. Get that. Let's go up to 960, I think it is.
COVID cases are down. Yeah, deaths are up. No, they're not, Joe. We've seen a 20% dip in cases, 14% drop in COVID deaths over the last 2 years.
Considering I have all this
anyway, back to the
crap in here.
The executive order with China. When you think about Hunter Biden, you think about this laptop, and you think about the revelations this week, we now know that Joe lied. We have the tape. Joe Biden said on 3 separate occasions, no, I have no knowledge, never spoke once to Hunter about his foreign business dealings.
Yeah, right.